All right. Welcome, everyone, to Larry the Pyukumuku's 100th draft battle. I am, of course, the longtime pilot of this famous cucumber, P. McGee. We've got a couple of other people hanging out in the voice chat today. They're not going to be providing any sort of analysis of the match or anything that might be considered ghosting or any sort of illegal play, just some extra voices to hang out for the historic battle. We got Claude9 joining us, as
Howdy.
well as our CLDL co-commissioner, Dr. Gio, who will be bouncing in and out, but his voice should show up at some points. This is a week one match in the MPBA. I might be getting my acronyms mixed up. This is against one of the league moderators, Noir, and this is going to be his 100th battle with Pyukumuku. So I am really, really hoping we can produce a win today. I'm not going to go into a bunch of analysis on what I was trying to do. I'm already a little delayed in starting this match, but we're going to hopefully have a good time here. As you can see, my Darmanitan has a pretty easy time clicking Icicle Crash and U-turn, so if I can abuse with that, as well as some momentum with the Tapu Koko, I should be in a pretty good spot. So I'm going to lead Darmanitan, and we'll see where that goes. All right, so he's obviously going to pivot out here. I'm just going to U-turn. He can't let his only Koko answer take an Icicle Crash on turn one. It probably goes IG Slash, but in case he goes into Polytoad, which he might. Ah, smart. Smart, smart, smart. I wish I had brought. I thought about doing this up previously in my last league with Darmanitan. I was wanting to have run the, not the Guerrilla Tactics, but the Zen mode so that I could play around some sub or some Protect Scouting, but I didn't do it in this match, so it's not going to work out for me. Mew has a pretty good time here. I have status. I have Cleric to work with, so I'm going to start sending some T spikes. He doesn't really like those all that much. Um, I can not go into Darmanitan for a bit. I'll just get some Toxic Spikes on the ground. I didn't think he'd run Protect Scout Gligar. That's actually really good of him. So kudos to him. I've been aware of it with a Gliscor set before because Gliscor can protect for healing with the Toxic Orb, but Gligar here is doing something different. All right. So that limits his switch ins. Gligar's going to eat some chip. He probably comes in with the, I'm going to say the IG Slash because that's a 1v1 the Mew the best. He might kind of set rain. He actually has fun with IG Slash. Nothing else wants to come in except maybe Torn, but not his best switch in either. So we will see what he does. Mm-hmm. IG Slash comes in as expected. I'm pretty confident he's bringing. I need to move this. Actually, I am going to stop sharing because it's slowing out my recording. So if you're hanging out watching this in the video channel, just go ahead and click the battle link that was in announcements.
You
All right.
got it.
I am going to go to Umbreon because I'm pretty sure he's going to be a Toxic Stall set, which I can navigate. I'm Heal Bell. It's just going to be inconvenient. No? Physical. Okay. So he doesn't have a lot of switch outs. Pretty much only Torn here. I'm going to
You
wish.
said physical, but that was
That's
Flash
that's
King.
that's what I meant. I meant
Okay.
I didn't think he'd run a close combat set. Don't know what he's gonna do here. My concern is it's nasty plot, and I need to address that immediately. So I'm gonna foul play. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so I'm gonna wish here. I think he's gonna U-turn. He doesn't have a lot of movement options. He's pretty much forced into Gligar, forced to defog, which is fine for me because it gets rid of the rocks, which enables Darmanitan to come back in, or he's forced to status something, which I don't think he wants to do at this stage unless he's got like a rest Polytoad. Otherwise, he doesn't really want to eat the toxic spikes. So I'm just trying to keep his rain momentum in check. Yeah, U-turn. I'm assuming Gligar's coming back out. He can't really come in with IG Slash. Medicham, interesting choice. All right, I'm just gonna go straight into Mew here and start uh, Nightshading. He doesn't have a switch into Nightshade. Actually, you know what? I'm not even gonna bother. I feel like I don't want him getting chipped down because I don't need him taking. My only no, I can afford it. My only concern is if it's Specs Flash Cannon or just good Flash Cannon damage. I'm out of. I'm into it KO range now from Flash Cannon, but I can switch in Talonflame next time without too much issue to eat one of those. Talonflame forces a retreat. I have U-turn on the Talonflame to get momentum back out. Um, although
Just protect the high jump kick miss.
I do need to do that, but I have a full bulk Mew with Rocky Helmet, so I'm fine coming in hard with the Mew. It's there to it's there to shut down the Medicham. Okay, that's fine. He's gonna knock off here. It's pretty physical Torn, so I think it's fine if I Will-O-Wisp it. I don't mind statusing it. Yeah. Then I can soft boiled. Because now that the Medicham's poisoned, that's the big thing for Mew. Because now it eats 12% every time it attacks just from sitting on the field. Keep things statused, keep his Torn from screaming damage. I feel like he needs a defog if he hasn't. I don't know why he hasn't that Torn unless it doesn't have it. Gliger's last move is going to be Roost. It has to be Roost. Okay, so Gliger can't touch Tapu Koko. That's interesting. Unless he's not packing Roost, which would be shocking. That's going to be unable to do any damage to my Koko, who doesn't really have much ways to pressure it either. It's only got Dazzling Gleam, but it means I can sit in front of that indefinitely. Yeah, that's fine. I figure you were to U-turn. Probably IG slash back out. All right, so now I need to go into Talonflame here. Whether he calls it or not is unclear. He didn't call it. Okay, good to know. That is definitely Specs, so I'm going to Roost. Specs I can play with. Specs can't scout me. There's Politoed eating status. You'll love to see that. I don't think. Nervous he scarfed it. And I can't risk Pyukumuku early in the game. So I got a U-turn. I'm going to U-turn on it, yeah. Okay. Mew can soft boil it on this. Should be able to soft boil it on this. Okay, Toxic, that's fine. So I go into Umbreon. I think this is going to be. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is going to be a Rest Politoed. Toxic Scald. Um, maybe a Whirlpool? He might be a Whirlpool. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I have a beverage for this battle.
Remember to hydrate, always.
Gotta keep hydrated, man. Alright, let's get a Wish in here. If he switches out to Torn, I'm in business, or Gligar, because I can Aromatherapy or Heal Bell. I'm pretty confident this is going to be. Yeah, you can Toxic, I don't care. And then we're going to Heal Bell. I'm going to assume he's going to rest on this turn. There it is. Is it Chesto Resto? It's Chesto Resto. Alright. So now we're going to go back into Mew. Or I go for Coco. You know what? Coco hasn't seen the field yet. Maybe Coco would like a U-turn. Man, it's gonna be a pain to KO this Gligar. I don't have a good way to break it because he has the ability to scout. So I need to get Darm turns in front of the Torn, most likely if I want to produce KOs. Actually, you know what? He can't really do anything in front of me. I'm gonna wish again because he can't toxic me. If he toxics me, then he toxics himself, and I can heal my status quicker than he can heal his because he has to rest, which opens up windows. I think this is gonna be a long game unless he makes mistakes or I make mistakes. So this is gonna be a Coco turn, I think. Yeah, let's do a Coco turn here. It's fun. So can I do enough with Dazzling Gleam? My guess is no, unless I crit, but it's good to check. Okay, that's a confirmed no. Hmm. He doesn't have Earthquake, which I know. I'm gonna burn it, I guess. If I can burn it, that'd be worth my time. Because he can't send it anything. I gotta burn, then I'm bringing it down slowly, forcing Roost more often. Or I burn IG Slash, which doesn't do much damage, but it'll prevent him from just switching out all the time. Start to chip him down. Hmm. How much early game damage did that Flash Cannon do? That's notable. Okay, Mighty Let You get burned. Flash Cannon did 35. I'll come in with 77, so I should be very close to being in range, but I might be out of range. This is a tough spot because I think he's going to Shadow Ball here, but he might Flash Cannon again. Talonflame shouldn't get one hit KO'd, which is nice.
What is your fourth move on Mew?
Nightshade, just for chip, because I didn't have a good move to inflict damage. So Nightshade dealt with Metacham really well, just as like a 33% hit. Same with IG Slash once it gets weak, but it's not weak enough yet for that to matter. So I need to look at my other options. I think he's going to call that I go into Umbreon again, and he's going to go for a second Flash Cannon. I don't die to one hit from Shadow Ball. Shit. I don't think he stays in. People don't usually have a lot of courage in week one. I could be wrong. He might stay in. The risk reward here for him isn't that great because I can trade Talonflame for his offensive piece, and this Talonflame isn't really pressuring. Yeah, he backed out. Interesting choice. Some may even call it not the ideal choice. I'm going to Baton Pass because he can't attack here. What is a Pyukumuku? Who is this guy? How does he not know? Hmm.
Larry is our lord.
Yeah, he backed out. All right. So I need to start healing things. I'm going to U-turn here. he should come in with Gligar. So everything's status now, which is actually really big for me. So what I want to do, I'm gonna roost, but what I need to do here is defog at this point because I've statused everything that needs to be statused, so I don't need to play the hazards anymore. Vish, Medi are both poisoned. Politoad's poisoned, but he can fix it. He has no heal bell. So I think this is the spot I want to be in right now. Yeah, that's fine. You turn away, buddy. Pika's only job here in this matchup is to trade for Vish, so we're in a good spot for that to happen right now, I think. Because Vish is going to be at 59% before it even attacks if he brings it in. That's his only bring in right here. Or he could go Talonflame. Nope, he can't. Rain's going to run out, so he can, not Talonflame. IG Slash, but he can't because Rain's going to run out on this turn. There's Dracovish. That's fine with me. I don't know why it came in, to be honest. I'm going to go back into Pyukumuku. He doesn't really have a lot of options here. Yeah. No, buddy. Larry ain't going to be done like that. Recover.
Is Larry going to get a kill in his 100th game?
That would be sweet. He has innards out for the Vish in case it got a little unruly in rain, but that doesn't look like it's going to be a problem here. He should be coming in with, I'm going to say, Torn, maybe Gligar. I just need to defog, because as soon as I defog, then I'm enabling my Darmanitan to get in this game and do some stuff again, because I don't want him eating this chip for nothing. Yeah, Torn's fine. Do I want to lose my... No, Mew can come in here. If he has a Hurricane, I might be taking unwanted chip. I need to create a defog turn where Gligar isn't on the field. There's not a lot of value to me losing my helmet for nothing. I'm going to come in with Umbreon, I think, and Wish. I'm keeping his offense at bay. I've got the pieces to sit here. It's just going to be a bit of a long one, which I guess is, I guess, common for Pyukumuku. Maybe we'll have a 100-turn game for his 100th game.
Well, if it's exactly 100 turns, any more and any less, then it's not worth
it. Exactly, but that's the hope at the moment, I think. Actually, I think Umbreon's gonna have to eat his own wish here, just so I don't get out of range or in range of double flash cannon. He's gonna have to make an aggressive call soon. He knows he's on the back foot just because everything is statused in an uncomfortable way. Dracovish, sure, eat more health. I'm just gonna protect, which he hasn't seen yet, so maybe he'll click it.
Wow, 5 out of the 6 mons
Oh,
are statused.
rest. Okay, okay.
That is fun. That is
I
fun
think
tech.
this is gonna be rest talk Vish with just Vicious Rend, if I were to guess. So he came prepared for T-Spikes, which is now a nuisance because I can't get clean hits here. And I have to start being wary of my PP. All right. All right. He may not be Sleep Talk. It still may be Choice. No, it might still be Choice Scarf. It's a little unclear. How much did Vish do on his first Vicious Rend? 34. So I get a... He's forcing me into a recover spot here. No, I can get away with it with Umbreon. What I need to do is start being able to Nightshade with Mew. If I can start Nightshading with Mew safely, then I'm in really good business. So I need to get a Wish onto it. Actually, you know what? I'm going to lose my helmet here so I can recover safely and then pivot. I think that's for the best. Oh, good. Didn't even lose my helmet. So
You get
here,
to keep the helmet.
I get to keep it. I'm going to guess here comes Politoed. There comes Politoed. All right. Think I baton pass here. Think that's probably in my best interest. Eat the toxic, fix it later. You know what? Nah, I'm gonna let. Nah, it's probably better I don't. Yeah, it's fine. All right. This might be, yeah, probably like a choice scarf or something. Yep, the rest set. Might be worth it to counter. He might actually try to attack here. Thinking I'm at a baton pass. He's got to start hard calling something, and that's what I need to get my plays in here. Because he can go for the Vicious Rend, assuming I'm going to switch out again so that he gets free chip on my retreat. Hmm.
Well, that was a play.
Did we get it? Got him. Called it. That's what needed to happen. I needed one of those hard turns.
Called the sleep talk vicious rend into counter. Only Larry.
Only Larry could.
Only Larry.
Oh, needed that play because that opens it up. Now Larry is expendable. Sorry, bud. You've done your job. All right, so I think he comes in here with IG slash and clicks Shadow Ball. That's his play 100%. Because I can't switch in with Umbreon anymore safely because of the status. I could go Talonflame, who should survive on like 1%, and I could, yeah, there's IG slash. I still want to keep Pyukumuku because he can still mirror coat the IG slash, which is what I need. Talonflame, I want to defog really badly. He can't flash cannon. He has to Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball is so safe to click too. Um, let's actually look at my set for. Should have put more bulk in the Talonflame. 248 HP. Come on. Talonflame. IG Slash, which we know is Specs. Shadow Ball. Oh, it has a roll chance to even KO as it is. Yikes. So I've just been getting lucky. He's got a Shadow Ball. That I know for sure. Umbreon, I need to get back to. I think I just have to throw away Talonflame, which is going to be tough for my Darmanitan. Yeah, throw away Talonflame. Maybe I'll get lucky on the roll. Oh, I do. Oh, that's big. I'm gonna defog, I think. I think that's what I want at this point. He just got called too on a play, so I think he's gonna be passive and retreat to Politoed or to Gligar. Just because it didn't go well for him. Yeah, there's Torn. That's fine too.
What is your spread for Talonflame?
Uh, very bulky, fast enough to skirt what was a Zoroark that he had on his team, and then just some attack. So Flare Blitz did a lot of damage. if I could get rid of rain, because I wasn't convinced he'd go hard rain, so I thought I could get away with Flare Blitz over Brave Bird to deal with the IG slash, but getting that window is going to be tough. I can't roost because he's gonna outspeed me. Um, Probably get outspeed me. He could be slower because he didn't have to creep anything. Because wait, Talonflame outspeeds it technically, so he might have only crept down to whatever my next fastest thing was, which I want to say was in like the 100 somewhere. I'm gonna go Pyuku though and just be safe. If he can't click U-turn, he's gonna click knockoff, which is a good roost or recover window next turn.
After all of our recordings together, McGee, it's so hard for me not to want to talk.
No, just to keep it all like
I
contained and be
know.
like, no, you should do this, McGee. You're stupid. Here's where you need to fix it.
Or like, oh, let's calc this play, or oh, this is a possibility to consider.
Yeah, there's the knockoff, which is fine. I don't need that anymore. The threat is dealt with, so I can get recover, which is good because now IG slash can't switch in on this Pyukumuku. If he does, his IG slash is going to be eviscerated because it's a special IG slash, so I can hit it with Mirror Coat. If it was a physical IG slash, then I couldn't touch it. Which key to those using IG slash against Larry, always run a physical one because then Larry has absolutely no answers for that. Substitute, sword dance, toxic, coverage move. That's how you win with IG slash against Larry. Every time. He's gonna bring in Gligar, I think, which is fine because then I can hard switch to Talonflame to Roost afterwards. But man, this is not going quick. Sorry guys. Guess we're going full 100 turns on this one.
You do what you think you have to do for Larry.
I got to win his 100th battle, and this is a league I want to do well in too. We got me, Sparky, not Sparky, yeah, Sparky, Geo, Fac are all in this division, so it's pretty crowded. I play Sparky at some point in the
What
season.
league is it?
MPBA,
PBA.
MPBA,
PBA.
Oh,
Like peanut butter
it's
and
peanut butter.
yeah, yeah,
okay.
National Peanut Butter Association, if that helps you. That's not the name, but that might help you.
Yeah, that
Get
that
us.
makes that understands the PBA.
Mm-hmm.
So it's peanut butter and then plain.
All right, so he comes in with Polytoad here, I think, and then maybe hard switches to IG Slash. I think that's his best play right now. To try to bait me into switching in my Umbreon and then getting a free turn with the IG slash to click a
Peanut
move
butter
again.
Andy. That's much better, Orin. Great job.
All right, there's this. I'm going to Baton Pass here because that's going to be better to my gameplay. He might rest in this turn even because he needs to get his health back up. Yeah, if I Baton Pass him in business, then whatever toxic he does doesn't matter. I'll heal Bell the next turn. I don't care about that. Because then I'm just going to come in with Umbreon. And then for both of their sake, I'm going to heal Bell now. Yeah. And then I can't imagine you're also a breast set. If he has 3 rest mons in this matchup, like massive, massive kudos to him. Okay. So now I think he's going to hard switch, which is why I'm going to go Pyukumuku. Got him. That's exactly what I needed. All right, so I'm going to Mirror Coat here. If he attacks, then I'm in business. If he Shadow Balls here, then I think I win.
Larry gets 2 kills.
That would be spectacular for his 100th game if Larry got 2 KOs. I'll be honest. That would be a.
I
He
want
doesn't.
Larry to get all 6 though.
He's not getting okay. He backed out. Smart man. So I can Baton Pass here really freely, and then Defog again or Roost. I think I want to Defog though. Baton Pass. I'd rather keep hazards off the field to enable Darm. Yeah, that's fine actually. Yeah, now he's in a bad spot because he can't pressure with one of his pressure pieces anymore. Oh, I'm in business now because I'm going to Baton Pass whatever. I hope he brings in Torn here. If he brings in Torn, then I might just start winning this game. Okay. Baton Pass. Now Darm can come in safely because the rocks are gone. He's forced to respect it. I think.
Are
I
you
don't think
Scarf?
I'm Scarf. I think I click Earthquake because that's a ballsy play. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna U-turn here. I'm gonna U-turn. Um, I think that's what I want to do. U-turn. That's yeah. Because if he comes in with IG Slash, that's fine. I go to Umbreon, I get some wishes off. If he goes in with Politoed, Politoed's now unsalvageable. Oh, these are some quality names. No darn, please. Good job, Gligar. You did shut him down. Hmm. I could be aggressive with the Earthquake, but I'm in a winning position right now. I don't need to gamble yet because I have one of his best offensive pieces out of play. If I can shut this Politoed down on a U-turn, that's great. If IG Slash comes in, Umbreon gets all the health back that it's missing so that I can eat Flash Cannons again. All in all, I like this position right now. There's IG Slash. Didn't have the courage. It's fine. I'll chip it for 8. There comes Umbreon. Now it's Wish time. The problem is if he goes Gligar here, which I think he's going to do, then he sets rocks the turn after, which isn't ideal for me because I can't defog them before he U-turns out. I might have to give my wish to Talonflame so I can keep the defogs going. Yeah, I think that's my better play. As long as I keep hazards clear, I can navigate this decently well. What's Talonflame's health stat? 78? Okay, it's going to get a lot of health back. Not enough to be out of Shadow Ball range, but still in a pretty good spot overall. Halfway there to the magic number. Will we get there? Time will tell.
You need to end on turn 100.
That would be ideal. That would be like a Hollywood finish for the 100th battle to last 100 turns.
Or they just forfeit on turn 100. That's
That's
also
also acceptable.
yeah.
We'll address that when we get to turn 100 then. We'll see what the match looks like. Wouldn't be bad for him to come in with Politoed right now. He could get a rest off pretty safely before I could address. I don't know why he keeps doing that with Metacham. That's not helping his game. It's just eating chip. I'm going to protect here. Or, I'm going to protect here. There's no reason to do anything else. Alright, so I can continue to come in with Pyukumuku because the Drain Punches aren't that impactful. Oh. Didn't play that one right. Okay, it's Mew time. I should have done that with Mew in the beginning. I think. So I could trade if I stay in. I trade for Metacham here, which is great, but Metacham's not pressuring me all that much. And what I need are pieces to threaten the IG Slash. Because if he gets
Is
killed,
Pyukumuku unaware or enters out?
turns out, so he'll trade here.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna recover. I'm gonna sack it because I can. I'll just do the trade off game. Yeah, get out of here. Gone. Done. All right.
Almost 2 kills. So close to 2
I
kills.
know. So I think he comes in with Gligar here. I think that's his play because he has to be aware of Darmanitan coming in, and so if Darmanitan comes in front of anything that's not Gligar, it's going to eat chip. And so I think I come in with Talonflame so I can roost safely, which I think is to my advantage, and I can always defog afterwards. Yeah.
So effectively, you traded
For his best
Larry
two.
for Mega Metacham and Dracovish.
I can't complain with the results of that. I mean, I'm sad he had to go down on his 100th game, but what a contribution to make for the 100. Because now
Like
I'm in
the
such a good spot with it. Yeah.
two top tier like draft threats fall to the. Well, how many points was it in this league?
Away about 31 points to take care of a 3-point mon.
3 points.
Actually,
in
it
this
might
league.
be. I think he's 2 points in this league. I think Pyukumuku is
Even
2
better.
points.
It's 2-point in this league.
Yeah.
Gosh.
What a trade-off. All right, so I think his only play right here is switching in the Gligar. Anything else I think would be like a disadvantageous play. Because he needs to scout the Darmanitan. He can't bring anything else in on the Darmanitan. And he's going to use that time to roost. All right, so the Gligar, oops, where am I here? The Gligar is beatable now. I can Dazzling Gleam all day, essentially, with it. Actually, he doesn't have a way to deal with Coco anymore. I just realized that. There's no switch-ins left, so I can just keep Dazzling Gleaming nonstop once it's on the field. Because Gligar is eventually forced to roost because of the burn, so I can keep it in a constant roost cycle. Hmm. Yeah, he's taking his time with his decision, which I respect. I think he's going to see his only play here, though, is the Gligar. So you're back to full, right? You're back to full, which means his Aegislash doesn't threaten anymore.
What are you bringing in?
I'm bringing in
A lot has
Talonflame.
happened. I forgot.
Talonflame because I expect Gligar to come in so I can roost on that and then make sure he doesn't get to put up rocks, which is what I'm looking for here.
Okay.
Because if he comes in with anything else, that would be a really bad 1v1 against Darmanitan. So I don't think he can bring anything else in but Gligar because he can scout the Darmanitan with Protect, and so I can't do anything with Darmanitan. And then none of the other three pressure him. I could bring in Coco, but then he's just going to get rocks up, and I don't want him to get rocks up. And I almost brought Calm Mind on Coco instead of U-Turn because I thought I could 1v1 the Gligar pretty well, but I was nervous about not giving Dharma enough pivoting options, so I stuck with U-Turn in the end. Really going to make this game go longer because of that.
Would +1 Coco kill Gligar?
I mean, I can keep Calm Minding. He has no attacks. Look at he's got.
This version, yes. If
Yeah.
Gligar had Earthquake, though, I'm not sure you would get
Oh,
away
I see
with
what you're
it.
saying. No, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I'd be in a tougher spot with it.
Yeah. In that hypothetical situation, it would
There
be
it
much
is.
more difficult.
There's
And
Gligar.
you called it.
All right, there's a free roost. He can't put rocks up. I get all my health back, so we're in business. Well, I get most of my
Well,
health back.
look at the chat. Max revive on Dracovish. That would be the play.
Alright, so those rocks come up. I just defog them because that's all he can do is put up rocks. Yeah, and then I get to get my health all the way full. Okay, and then we're going to defog those again. He can technically win that battle, so if he commits to it, that's cool. But I can catch him on a roost turn. I think he's going to actually try to U-turn here. I think I'm going to call it something else. This is why I was really happy to get the burn on it, so it couldn't just indefinitely sit here. All right, I'm going to keep doing this for a bit. I have enough PP to play with. Just don't want to get called by a U-turn.
Be careful with the PP phrasing.
Yeah, I'm going to go for the Flare Blitz here.
Are you playing PP?
Hmm? I know I lose if he keeps stealth rocking. I eventually lose with the defogs. I mean, I missed the window for it. It's unfortunate. All right, so we're gonna go for flare blitz again, and then defog. Now he's forced to, and I get a free defog. So I could go Darm now. I can spam Icicle Crash actually. You know what? I'm gonna go Darm now. He can spam Icicle Crash because all that he has to switch in with his IG Slash, which I'm at full health with Umbreon now, so I'm in a position to handle that. He has to eat 6% for seeing it. So I can start chipping down the IG Slash to get it into maybe Nightshade range, which would be ideal. That's fine. All right, we take that.
34? Gosh.
We take that
That
number.
did so much
I
damage.
know. All right, he's gonna click Flash Cannon this time because he knows Umbreon
There's a
has
reason why this mon was banned.
Yeah,
You know,
it was
This is
gross.
Banded Darm, right?
Yeah, this is Banded Darm. I mean,
Banded
this
Darm, okay.
people were straight up running before it got banned. They were running on OU ladder Scarf Dracopults just to not lose to it because otherwise Dracopult just lost the 1v1 every time. I think Flash Cannon's coming out here. Oh shit!
Wow.
Oh, where's that tech been all game? All right, he's gonna have speed
ooh,
here.
ooh, he called you.
He called me
I
indeed.
feel like he could have done this a lot sooner and
Hmm.
to more effectiveness.
He'd have one of those other two mons still alive, probably.
I know. All right, so I gotta go Talon here. I know he's choice locked. Whether he's gonna call, because I don't have a reason to be aggressive at the moment. If I get in front of Gligar again with my Talonflame, then I can, or with my Umbreon. Ah, he called it. All right, so here comes the rest because he has to. So we're gonna defog. What a play for him to have still sitting there. I don't think he'd throw away Politoed because then I can just really win the game on Icicle Crash because Aegislash only has one more switch in, and then I just play the numbers game and win on Icicle Crashes. So he has to rest it here, otherwise I think he's just gonna be in an unsavable position. Yeah. So we're gonna U-turn. Can't go Gligar. If he goes Gligar, I get free wishing. I assume does he get away with just Scald or does he have something else?
Ooh.
The Politoed. I'm trying to see if he's gonna be Rest Talk as well, or if there's a coverage move in there that might be helpful. Okay, IG Slash was an interesting choice. I just U-turn here, or do I Earthquake? Or does he expect Earthquake and go to a flying type? Or does he expect Flare? I'm gonna U-turn. I'm gonna go for Chip. I think that's the appropriate play. Actually, let me think on it. If I U-turn and he stays in, I'm gonna have to sack something. If he stays in, I think he should go Politoed. I think he goes Politoed here. I don't think he can throw away his last win condition on a gamble because he can't win without this IG Slash. Nothing else does damage, and he just straight loses to Coco if this goes down. Yeah. Oof, what a gamble. But because he brought that in, that means free wishes for Umbreon.
This is a long game.
I know. I knew it was going to be a long game when I built this team. I was just like, it's going to take forever unless Darmanitan gets to go unchecked, and he's had it in check this game, which is kudos.
I
to
would
him.
never play a game this long. You got to forfeit.
Oh, win on turn 100 or quit. Those are the only two options.
Larry is not a man of close game or fast games usually. Larry wants his time to shine on screen as much as possible.
And this guy is really that's fine. He can roost because that helps me out. I can get my healing in. Foul play to get some chip on him. He doesn't have a switch into Umbreon as far as I can tell, so I wish again. That's fine. Probably Politoed comes in. Yeah, Politoed comes in. I'm gonna have to foul play here. I'm not too worried about this Politoed. I mean, it's just a resto, but I just get in Mew shortly, and I start getting Mew to health, and then Nightshading until he switches it out. Because he can't Toxic the Mew without getting himself statused.
What's your last move on the Mew?
Nightshade.
Oh, right. You said that.
Yeah, that's good. Just for chip. Alright. Bring in Mew here. If I get one more Icicle Trash on this IG Slash, I think Mew just wins the game as well. Because then one of his windows to get the IG Slash in doesn't have a safe entry anymore. Expected that.
And it's bounced back.
So my Nightshade here. And if he brings in Gligar, which I think he will, or okay, that's fine. So he's going to switch out on this, or he's going to rest on this turn, clear the hazards, continue to pressure. Yeah. Defog. There's Gligar. Keep it pressured.
I just noticed the Gligar's name. No darn, please.
No. It's a good name. Alright, I'm gonna Roost. Keep him in check with the. Because his Roosts are running out. He's at 9. It's gonna be a slow finish, but Talonflame alone can 1v1 it.
You have, what, 17 more turns to win?
Oh shoot, I'm not gonna be able to get it in 17. I think I'm just gonna keep pressuring with Flare Blitz. He's gonna prematurely Roost on that turn, so I'm gonna Defog on this turn. Yeah. Keep Flare Blitzing. Defog. U-turn. Actually, I might be in business with Dazzling Gleam at this point, to be honest. Because he slept for once. He's no sleep turns yet, so I'm gonna be able. What's his fourth move? I just don't know that.
Probably something crazy like V create.
Yeah, V create Politoed.
He's
Definitely
create
V create
Politoed
In
and
the
Politoed.
rain.
Rain. That makes sense. That balances it. Otherwise, he might be broken. I don't think I'm gonna win this in 10 turns, regrettably, but we look to be on the path to victory at the moment. You're gonna do that. Coco's gonna come in here. Gonna just force it out, I think.
That's not.
I'm gonna say to keep Dazzling Gleaming. He's down to 7 roosts. Keep the pressure. And then switch to Talonflame.
This is 5 roofs.
Yeah, he's down to 5. So once this breaks, his game's over because then he can't manage Darm anymore to scout it. Because this is the only thing stopping Darm from getting free turns because Torn gives free turns. IG Slash gives free turns. I get to at least U-turn on the Politoed. Something I do love about Mew and Umbreon as a combination is that I just have 2 synchronized mons running around, so it's really hard to throw status at me.
He U-turned instead of free bra.
I mean that's fine. If he'd stayed in and tried to rock, then I get in with Talonflame and I just keep going. Because he can't spend turns on it anymore. Okay, he's trying to knock off, which is easy to avoid. You've already bopped my item. I do need to be wary of Sludge Wave, but I don't think he has that. I'm not going to take any gambles. I don't need to risk anything. I need to get Mew back up to health. Or do I... Yeah, I am on the right play. Overthinking this. So I'm still in a good spot. It's just such a slow game. I really didn't think that Protect on the Gligar really made this game a lot longer because that was supposed to be a free window for Darm to do things because he had to bring the Gligar for Coco. I knew Gligar was coming. I just didn't think it'd have Protect Scouting because it has no ability to pressure the Coco at all. Literally has nothing for it. But that burn was critical. As weird as that was on a Pokemon that does no damage with U-turn as the one attack, that was a helpful burn.
Yeah, and he made the right call to not bring Earthquake since you didn't bring setup Coco.
Exactly. I as well heal Bell now, I think. Oh, we cracked 20. Look at this McGee game though. This is not going to be as fun of video content as I was hoping for, just because it's
Yeah.
a 3-hour game now, but nevertheless.
I think we hit the hour mark.
All right. I'm going to click Thunderbolt when I come back in with it on the Politoed here. I think it's worth it. If he brings in Gligar, that's fine. I just keep doing the same cycle I've been doing. Gligar is on the back end of that.
All right, since we can't hit 100, we have to go 200. Right?
Yeah. All right, I'm a Thunderbolt. See if I can get him. Because he might wake up this turn looking for a Scald. No, Gligar's going to come back in. That's fine.
What's your last move on Coco?
Roost. So I can indefinitely stall this Gligar. Alright, Talonflame comes back in. Alright, Defog. Because I don't need to outlast his Stealth Rock spamming, I just need to outlast his ability to heal, which is where I'm getting towards at this point. Okay. What am I doing? U-turn. U-turn. Take free chip. Then we're going to soft boiled.
Ooh.
Alright, it's been a good run, Mew. Do your Nightshade, get out of here.
Just throwing it away.
I don't need it anymore, to be honest. Like, it's gonna... Oh, I hope he didn't run max speed. No, he didn't.
Snap, crackle, pop, Rice Krispies. Here we go.
We are in business. I don't even need to throw away Mew. That's game. He just lost. It's just going to be a slow finish now.
Do you even have a PG bone in your body?
PG bone.
What do you mean?
No, a PG bone with that snap, crackle, Rice Krispies. That's as G-rated as Disney movies, man. I love it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I get what you're going for with it now. I was like, did Claus say something so offensive that he like skipped the PG rating? I was very confused for a moment. But
Well, I mean, I said that instead of like anything else. I'm just used to being around children and having to censor myself.
no, I get that. Alrighty. So now I spam.
Usually, I throw a Batman at the end too. Snap, crackle, pop, Rice Krispies, Batman.
He has only Gligar to go into. Oh, okay. Interesting choice. I already used Thunderbolt. He knew I had it. Right, so he's just trying to keep a pivot cycle.
McGee, I don't want to say this game could have ended like 30, 40 turns ago, but I
Yeah.
think it could have.
I mean,
I think it could.
depends my level of aggression I wanted to play. I've been in control of game flow, so I haven't been wanting to make any risks. Because I could have just sat there with not Gligar, with Coco and just kept spamming buttons. But you never know. Maybe I should just spam Dazzling Gleam and win the game at this point. I mean, that's been the easy out now that ID Slash is out of range to survive, or it's in range to die to a Thunderbolt now. All right, Umbreon, back in we go. We're gonna Wish. And then we're gonna Heal Bell. Then we're gonna go Coco. All right, we're just gonna start powering to the end, I think.
Remind me afterwards, and I'll tell you when the game was over.
When it was over.
I think it was over like 30, 40 moves ago, and
Oh god, he stayed in.
that's
All right, we're just gonna keep the Dazzling Gleam up at this point.
yeah. There's only 4 roosts left on Gligar.
Yeah, and I have enough Dazzling Gleams to pressure nonstop. He's realizing that. Okay, I can do this all day, buddy. All right. Thunderbolt. There it goes. Hey, Coco's getting kills for once. Oh my god. I never do this with Coco.
My man's out. Mad respect.
What?
The man's playing it out. Mad
No,
respect.
Yeah.
I respect anytime someone finishes a game out that's more or less lost.
Yep. See, Gligar has 1 roost. Always blame the reads.
I know. Well, it's so this is
Some
a
light coping. It's okay. It's 100 turns.
Yeah.
We all deserve a little coping on a 100 turn game.
Yeah.
All right. Let's click.
I mean, I'd be malding personally.
I'd be upset it took this long.
Dazzling Gleam. All right, stall out the last couple of turns. Thunderbolt. Oh, he did have Shadow Snake. My guy. All right. And then Dazzling Gleam. Who's going to get the KO? Mew's going to get 2 KOs off of stalling here because I can't damage this anymore, so I'm just going to roost until it dies.
Even Coco. All right, since the game is over.
Yes. Tell me what the play was that I wasn't looking
Oh
at.
gosh, like maybe 60 or so turns ago, Politoed was at like 50%, Aegislash was at 50, Gligar and Torn.
Yeah.
Why didn't you just bring in Dharmic Ice Crash?
I didn't think I got KOs as many as I needed at least. I just didn't want to have it eating chip.
Aegislash was 2-hit KO'd. Everything was 2-hit KO'd or just gone at that point.
Maybe I should have. I think I got into a safe cycle where I was just safe and wasn't going to lose the game.
I understand that. I'm just pointing out
Yeah.
you had Darm come in on like any of these Gligar Talonflame interactions and simply just clicked Icicle Crash. He can protect all he wants.
True.
Now it's suddenly Politoed wouldn't have been able to take 2 hits.
Something gets sacked, so I get more momentum in the game.
Well, it's Politoed or Aegislash both come in, take 1 hit, and then die.
Who should I get the kill to? Coco or Mew? Who earned it? Because I can U-turn for the kill or I can do nothing for the
Oh, give it to
UKO.
Coco. Just
Coco.
click U-turn.
Have it, Coco. Huzzah! Larry's 100th game is in the books.
Long game.
Long game.
Regrettably, the only one that went down in the matchup on my side was, of course, Larry.
Can you unmute the people?
Oh, yes. Let the crowd in. I'm coming, guys. All right. We can have a little chaos for a few minutes to close out the video. General settings.
I want to find out where it was. When they...
Permissions. Everyone can speak again. You're all in now. I think you have to mute yourselves or maybe reconnect, but you're unmuted now.
Where?
There we go.
Everyone's here. Hello. It's done. 135 turns later, it's done.
So
no.
Larry's 100th game.
Larry's 100th game went 135 turns. Larry took down 2 Ubers for the win.
Let's fucking go.
Can't be bothered with that. Can't be too feeling bad about that.
Good old Larry.
God. Good old Larry.
Yes, good old Larry.
So McGee, it was turn 81 or any of that first cycle.
I think
Talonflame Darm. You could just go back to Darm and everything died pretty much.
Were rocks up?
There was no rocks.
No rocks.
There were no rocks up, and he was spamming Roost or Stealth Rocks.
Ugh. So that's just
assuming that Icicle Crash from Darm to a KO is Polytoad.
Oh, I see. When it was when I had him in a Roost cycle. Let me go back to the game for a second. I think I know what you're talking about.
I'm looking at I think turn 81 where Polytoad is no turns of sleep. Just rested at full health. All you have to do is go Darm and click Icicle Crash, and everything dies. Or he has to sack something, then bring in Aegislash or Torn to do anything.
That's true, but if I'm McGee at that point, I'm thinking there's no point in risking Gligar potentially U-turning, then realizing Darm is banned and going Torn.
Well, Darm's not banned. Darm was Scarf the whole time. I was always Scarf.
Oh, I thought you said it was banded.
No, it was a Scarf Darm the whole time.
Oh, yeah. Then
it's really funny if it was banded. Banded Darm is just the biggest Chad set around.
Yeah.
I thought that was banded due to the damage on Agi.
Yeah, but I guess Torn could still have been Scarf. But no, I guess it wasn't because
if he brings Scarf Torn though, he loses the game. That's just a really
losing
play, I think.
Because I was mentioning how the Torn wasn't that useful considering Scarf Darm, Coco, and all the status spreading running around. So Scarf Knot could have just been nice to disrupt Darm.
Yeah.
It just neutralized it entirely.
So Claude, I found the turn. I see what you're talking about. So that turn Polytoad had rested, so it was 100% health. It never revealed the fourth move, so I think what I was thinking at the time was, oh, this is probably a sleep talk set, so I can't really get any momentum with that. All I can do is click Icicle Crash a little bit.
I think we saw that it wasn't sleep talk.
Oh, we
It'd
never-
gone through a rest cycle before.
I think that was its second rest, but I could be wrong on that. Because the first rest it had
Yeah.
and
Oh,
so,
okay.
So it,
I see what you're saying.
but then Chesto with sleep talk is also kind of dumb, so I don't think
Exactly.
So I think by general logic I should have known that wasn't Chesto. But let me see the calcs because I'm curious if Darm actually
'Cause-
did enough to push through it while it was in its 3 sleep turns.
Was it adamant or jelly?
Adamant. So I'm assuming
Adamant?
probably yeah, because I didn't need jelly.
A
If
lot of
it's
missed
fully
opportunities to
defensive,
do.
it can take up to 4.
Okay.
But
Well, that's enough actually. Yeah, it depends. It depends the spread. I'm curious if he revealed the spread or
Yeah.
not.
and you'd have to hit all of them.
Yeah, and that can get concerning sometimes. That was a window for sure. I guess I didn't go all in on the window. Maybe I should have.
It's that, and then when you brought in Coco the first time, you had to just keep clicking Dazzling Gleam to stall out the Gligar.
Yeah, I mean, I needed
Yes, it happened.
Talonflame to take away some of the PP on the Roost so that Gligar could win it because I ran out of Dazzling Gleams at the end there, so I did actually need Talonflame Flare Blitzing a bunch to force enough Roosts off the Gligar to win. So that worked out well for me.
Okay,
But-
He had a
one thing
lot
I
of
do want to
chances.
mention
I had-
about the Gligar, I mentioned
yeah.
this in the chat as well. If he ran Toxic, wouldn't that have been like so problematic? Because think about it this way:
I wouldn't
you
say
only have 8 Heal Bell, well, and you have 2 synchronizers, but they have immunity, so they would be immune to that.
yeah. So it
So
would
they-
have been a tough spot for me because I
It
didn't have
depends
the
what
What
move
move
that
does
he
he drop
switches Toxic
instead?
with. Because if he loses Protect, Darm pressures. Without Stealth Rocks, you don't have the Talonflame, and Darm pressures.
Without
out of
Roost.
all 4, I would probably ditch Protect, just because like Darm clicks buttons pretty much no matter what.
But he
Like,
controlled
you
what Darm could do.
I-
I stopped bringing Darm in because he could dictate what my move was, and so I got choice locked into a bad
Yeah.
move. So it would Protect was good for him. Toxic would have been spicy over like U-turns to like
Yeah,
no
it was
attack.
good, but I don't
I
think it
think,
was completely necessary because besides Pyto being able to rest, if they want to go Aegis Slash on an Icicle Crash, so be it. That's unrecoverable chip.
Yeah.
And everything else besides Politoed gets to a KO'd. And Politoed is very exploitable too.
100%.
Oh,
That
hey,
worked.
fun fact about Toxic that you might not know. It can literally only go up to 93% damage. It cannot do 100%.
Good to know. I don't think I've ever
Really?
ran.
It's really funny.
Cool.
Huh.
But, I mean, it doesn't need to do 100%.
Toxic can't go up to 100%?
Toxic cannot go up to 100%. I found this out at the most random point when I was just fucking around with my friend.
Are you sure?
Like I wish passed with the Blissey over to like fucking Quagsire who was being toxic and was about, and then like after that, I had just like kept clicking recover, but then apparently the next damage after I took 93%.
It's a damage cap of 15 out of 16% of the health, which is probably the 93. Okay, I did not know that.
All right.
It's a really weird, obscure, and almost impossible to find out fact, but it's there.
That's
Like,
good
if
to
you
know.
really try to, you just toxic something
Yeah.
that knows recover and just spam heal pulse against it.
Yep.
Like, eventually
It's hard
it's
to
gonna
find
get
out
there.
normally.
The PP stall that recovers your toxic kills, yeah.
Cool. All right, you guys, we can keep chatting where I'm going to hop off in a second, but we can keep the channel open. Let me just close out the video
Go
really
for it.
quickly. So thank you everyone for tuning into an excessively long 100th battle that lasted 135 painful turns. But good news is Pyukumuku, Larry, was able to successfully do his job and take not 1, but 2 high tier mons to the grave with it and open up the door for the rest of the team to kind of come in and slowly win that game out. I'm really happy to see Pyukumuku get that awesome win. I think he's gotten like 67, 70 wins over the course of those 100 games. So he's had a really successful 100 game span. Looking forward to the next 100 with him and the first season of the Cult of Larry Draft League, which is coming at the end of February. So if you stuck around to the end of the video, because I forgot to plug it at the opening portion, don't forget to hop into the Discord, which will be posted in the description for the video. Come check out our channel. We are going to have a lot of draft related content, and our league is starting up February 27th. So come on over.